Hi everybody, this is Angie from Tourangie.com, and today I'm in Bluefield, West Virginia. I just crossed the Martin Luther King Bridge heading to Bluefield Avenue. We're going to do a circle of the downtown area of Bluefield so I can show you just a little bit of an update on how the demolition on some of the stuff was, some of those buildings were going. I had said I wasn't going to do another video of this for a while, but I thought, well, why not? I had heard that right now there's still one building standing, and it's the old Montgomery Wards building, but it will be gone starting the end of June. So I thought I would do one more video showing the progress of the demolition and how the one building standing, but by the end of this month will be gone. So you'll be able to see that in the video. I do a circle through the bank parking lot. I don't go up Ramsey Street like I have in the other videos, but I just do a quick circle, and I circle into the parking lot there to give us a good view. But right there you can tell that they've cleaned up a lot of the debris from the tear down, and we'll be doing the circle so you can see it even better. So I thought I would talk about that for just a second. But my main goal of this video is, after I do the circle, I'm going to continue down Bland Street for just a little bit. Then I'm going to end up on With Avenue, or is it With Avenue or is it With Street? I can't even remember. But I will be taking a right on Shenandoah, and we're going to do the whole length of Shenandoah. It's not that long, but somebody had requested that I do Shenandoah, so I thought I would do that with a combination of this video. You can see the Montgomery Wards building there on the left, the red brick building. You can see it real good from this view right here. So I thought I would point that out because it'll be gone or they'll start demolition by the end of the month. I'm going to do a circle right over here. I'm going to take a right and do this circle, so that way you can see how the cleanup is going. Driving by the old West Virginia Hotel, the Manor, it's known by now, and do this little circle. One of these days I'm going to finish driving down that street. I think that's Scott Street. There's a couple old houses up there. I will do that at some point. Probably my next visit up in July. I will do that. I need to find some information, and somebody has actually requested some information for one of those places up there. But anyway, we'll stop here just a second so you can see what it looks like, and then we'll continue our tour of downtown Bluefield and head on to With and Shenandoah, and I'm going to find something else to talk about. So yeah, they've cleaned up a good bit. It's a lot, still some work to be done obviously, but they've cleaned up a good bit since my last video last month. Alright, say bye-bye to the Montgomery Wards building, and we're going to find something else to talk about for the video. We're going to talk about the state's largest insurance agency, and since I'm downtown, it fits perfectly. The Flattop Insurance Agency, which was the first insurance agency established in Bluefield, and likewise the oldest south of the Kanawha River, has the distinction of being the largest insurance agency in West Virginia in policy writings. At the time this agency was instituted in 1897, the city of Bluefield was but 9 years old, with a population of approximately 3,000. The first insurance policy sold in Bluefield was in the nature of builder's risk, which was taken out by the McCulloch brothers, who erected the first business house in town at the corner of Bland and Princeton Avenue in the early part of 1889. At that time, there were no real streets. The railroad company had laid out the town by marking streets with a plow, but had not graded them. When the first insurance policy was written, little did they know that Bluefield would eventually become the home of the largest insurance agency in the state, writing policies mounting into millions of dollars yearly. When the agency first opened, it had 12 employees. The president was Edwin Mann, and he was one of the founders of the organization. C.A. Bradshaw was vice president and treasurer. R.S. Thompson was secretary, and A.M. Long was assistant treasurer. The Bradman Building, erected in 1924, was the home office to Flattop Insurance Agency. And on the second story, Flattop Coalfields occupied 7 rooms. The first year that it was in business, Flattop Insurance Agency wrote over $659,000 of fire insurance, and writings of insurance increased year after year after that. So the growth of insurance in all its forms is one of the most amazing and most significant developments of the modern world. Marine insurance was known to the ancient Greeks, and the first life insurance policy was issued to a Londoner nearly 380 years ago. But the urgent need of fire insurance was not recognized until the Great Fire in London in 1666. In 1680, a private fire office was opened in London to insure homes, assuming the risk of loss to a fixed amount for a fixed premium. So basically 2.5% of the yearly rent for a brick house and 5% of the yearly rent for a frame house, assuming that the rent was 1/10 the value of the title. Perhaps nowhere else has the growth of business as a whole since the dates mentioned more impressive than the records of the Flattop Insurance Agency. During the first years, the agency's business grew steadily and quite satisfactory, but after the war, it grew by leaps and bounds until it was the largest business of its kind in West Virginia. So I pulled this information from the Mercer County history books that the Mercer County, actually I guess it was the Mercer County Historical Society sold in 1988. This one actually, came out in 1988? I believe it did. But there was also an article that was recently in the Bluefield Daily Telegraph, basically about the same thing that I just wrote about, or just read to you from this book. It was by Jeff Harvey, so he had pulled some of the same information from the book, I believe. He could have wrote this initially too, I'm not sure. But I thought it was pretty interesting that in April that was just in the Bluefield Daily Telegraph. So it made sense. Might as well just go on and read it to you since I found it here in this old book. Alright, so now you can tell I'm on Jefferson Street, about to turn right onto College, but just across the street you see that pretty church, that light brick color. That is the College Avenue Baptist Church. Now on their website that they said that there was 5 people from Bluefield that helped to found the church. But in the book that I'm reading from the Historical Society, it said in 1917, 4 prominent Baptists envisioned South Bluefield as a residential area and borrowed money to buy a lot where College Avenue Baptist Church now stands. These men were J.B. Pearson, F.R. Christie, F.S. Easley, and D.M. Easley, and the note amounted to $4,400. The establishment of Bluefield College in the preceding year magnified the need for a Baptist church in South Bluefield. Consequently, a building was constructed at the corner of Adams and Jefferson Street on May 1st, 1973. On April 15, 1923, a meeting was held at the First Baptist Church of Bluefield, during which 199 people requested that their membership be transferred from First Baptist Church of Bluefield to the new church. All of the people present resolved themselves into a committee of the whole for the purpose of organizing a Baptist church in South Bluefield. The first action of the group was to officially name the new church as College Avenue Baptist Church. The committee anonymously voted to call the Reverend William E. Abrams, pastor of the Staunton Baptist Church in Virginia. He arrived in June 2nd, 1923, organizing Sunday School, a women's missionary union, and the Baptist Training Union. Through the years, special ministries have included ministering to foreign students attending Bluefield College by providing housing during holidays and Christian friendship, a mission Bible school at Switchback, staffed by College Avenue youth and adults, and the current WMU sponsored Bland mission under the minister, who is the Reverend Marvin Barbary. Now, of course, I don't have any more recent information from that. This is just from the book that was released in the 1980s, but I thought I would share it since I ran across it. Well, as you can tell, we're on Shenandoah, and I hope you've enjoyed this video.